job or join the military? This is something I often heard growing up living with my dad. At age 13, he was already taking me to recruiter stations and having long discussions with me about what the military did for him and what it could do for me. College, on the other hand, just seemed like something other families did, not mine. There were no pamphlets in the mail when I was growing up about local colleges with beautiful campuses or financial aid packages. It just seemed like something we saw on television. And I didn't bother asking any questions, as I just didn't see that it was in my foreseeable future to attend college. Imagine being a young adult and not having anybody guide you on the right path. You begin to lose sight of that path yourself, and your priorities become skewed. After a few years on my own, I started realizing all sorts of people go to college. It didn't matter where they came from or what their parents or other people thought. And it can't, at a certain point in everyone's life, even what their own parents thought about them starts to lose validity to their life. It does not matter who you are or where you've been. Anybody is worthy of getting a college education if that's what they choose to do. So after muffling the negative voices in my head, I finally decided to stop putting limits on my abilities and made the best decision for myself. But let me start by saying, over the years I developed many reasons to believe that college was not going to be a good thing for me. One major reason was just my lack of knowledge of anything to do with college. I had no idea of all the different colleges that were out there or the degree programs that would be available to me. I also didn't know about all the government-funded financial aid programs that they had for low-income students. During that time, I was also under the naive impression that only people with rich parents got to go to school, or only people who were really good at sports and made straight A's got to attend college, not an average person like me. What would I go for anyways? I wasn't even really sure what I would go for if I was given the chance. I lacked the confidence in myself, and I settled for less than what I knew I could achieve. At 18, I was on my own, and I decided that I would finish my last year of high school doing an online class. I thought that with my new freedoms and more hours at work that this was going to be a great idea for me. But for reasons that were beyond my control, it did not end up working out, and I was dropped from my online courses, subsequently labeling me as a high school dropout. Being a high school dropout took a major blow to my ego, something I didn't talk about, but it took a while for me to let go of. Therefore, I put off getting my GED, constantly making excuses for myself. But slowly I started gaining passion in something again and decided that I was going to get my GED and stop putting limits to what I could do. I decided that I was going to go to school to study to become a pastry chef and get my pastry arts degree. I was going to begin to make a better, more sweeter life for me and my family. Being a mother and having a family was a major reason why I decided to go to school. Not just the financial benefits that would come with me getting a degree, being able to get a better job, but I want to be a good role model to my child. I can't help but think that if I go to college now, then my child or future children might already have the confidence and desire to go to college later. Aside from the benefits that my family received from me going to school, I also just wanted to prove that I could do it myself. Having my degree is not going to be the end of the good that will come from me graduating, just the beginning. To me, the best thing about having my degree is going to be able to have a job and a career that I feel passionate in. I feel that working in my field and getting paid to do something that I love is going to make me a less stressed individual that's more capable of taking on my daily anxieties. Overall, this reduced stress will make me able to be a more focused, positive individual for myself and for my family. I already feel like a better role model just by being in school. Being in college has already begun to change different aspects of me and my family, as I've had to balance having a full-time job, being a mother, and being a full-time student. This skill has already spilled over into other areas of my life, which has been better for my family all around, as we seem to have more time together now. Even though my journey has just begun, I feel more complete as an individual who is ready to take on anything that may get in the way of me accomplishing my goals. Overall, I feel that going to college, which will lead to me getting my degree, is already a great success. It took a lot of thinking and decision-making before I decided that going to school was going to be the best decision for me. But after I decided all that I had to gain from going to school, it really was the best thing that I could have chosen to do for myself and my family. Sometimes you really just have to thoroughly weigh your options before you make a decision such as this. I just had to abandon my negative thinking and my past stigmas that I had associated with the people who attended college. Once I was able to let go of my wrong assumptions, I was able to fully allow myself to be the student and member of my family that I know that I was capable of being. It wasn't the easiest decision at all, but it was the right one, and I'm glad that I made it. Feeling a sense of accomplishment, going to work at a place that I have passion in, being a better member of my family, these are all reasons why I chose to go to school. If someone were to take anything from my speech today, I would hope that it would be that it doesn't matter who you are or where you come from. You shouldn't put limits on yourself, and anybody's worthy of having a college degree if that's what they choose that they want to do. I know I just started this journey, but to me, I feel that just being in school right now is a great success. Almost like little success seeds that are being planted and will soon begin to flourish. And I look forward to the rest of my journey.